Self-discipline is the essential connection that transforms your dreams into reality. Without it, goals remain nothing more than wishes floating in your mind with no real pathway to achievement. Think of it as a bridge, one that spans the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. On one side, you have your aspirations, your visions of success, and on the other side lies the accomplishment of those dreams. This bridge is built not with magic or luck, but with the daily commitment to self-discipline. When you set a goal, it's easy to get excited and motivated at first, but motivation is like the weather. It changes. Some days you feel energized and ready to conquer the world. Other days you want to stay in bed and avoid any effort at all. What keeps you moving forward on those tough days is self-discipline. It's the quiet, steady voice inside that says, do it anyway. It's the ability to make yourself take the necessary steps, no matter how you feel. Imagine for a moment that you want to improve your health. You have the goal of getting fit and strong. You know what you need to do: exercise regularly, eat healthy, get enough rest. But knowing and doing are two very different things. Without discipline, those healthy habits fall apart as soon as temptation or discomfort arises. You skip workouts, indulge in junk food, and fall back into old patterns. But with discipline, you build that bridge strong and sturdy. You commit to showing up every day, even when you don't want to. You push yourself through the resistance because you understand that success is on the other side of that bridge. Self-discipline isn't about perfection or never making mistakes. It's about consistency. It's about showing up again and again, even after you've stumbled. Every choice you make is like laying another plank on that bridge. Some planks might be shaky, but the more you add, the more stable your path becomes. Over time, the bridge extends further and further until your goals are no longer distant dreams, but tangible achievements you can walk across. One of the reasons self-discipline is so powerful is that it empowers you to take control of your life. It puts you in the driver's seat rather than being at the mercy of circumstances, moods, or outside influences. Instead of waiting for motivation or luck to come your way, you create your own momentum. You become the captain steering your ship toward success, no matter how rough the waters get. Discipline also shapes your habits, and your habits shape your future. The small decisions you make each day, what you eat, how you spend your time, whether you stay focused or get distracted, accumulate to define the course of your life. With discipline, you ensure those choices align with your goals rather than undermine them. This is why the great achievers of the world emphasize the importance of discipline. It is the unseen force that drives excellence and success. Moreover, mastering self-discipline builds your character. It develops patience, perseverance, and resilience. When you face obstacles, it's discipline that helps you push through rather than give up. When distractions pull you away from your work, discipline guides you back. This inner strength becomes a foundation not just for achieving one goal, but for lifelong success in every area of your life. The beauty of self-discipline is that it is learnable and trainable. It's not something you either have or don't have. Like any skill, it grows with practice. Start small, set simple daily routines and commit to them. Each time you follow through, you strengthen your discipline muscle. Over time, tasks that once felt difficult become easier, and your ability to stick to your goals increases. One common misconception is that discipline means denying yourself all pleasures or being rigid. That's not the case. Discipline is about balance and control. It's about choosing long-term fulfillment over short-term gratification. It's about saying yes to what truly matters and no to distractions that pull you off course. Remember, the bridge of self-discipline you build today supports the weight of your future success. Every action, every choice is a plank in that bridge. The stronger and more consistent your discipline, the more reliable and safe your path to achievement becomes. Your goals are within reach, and self-discipline is the key that unlocks the door. Small, consistent actions are the foundation of all lasting success. It's easy to underestimate the power of little steps because they don't seem to produce immediate results. Yet the reality is that these small efforts accumulate over time, creating momentum that can propel you to extraordinary achievements. This is the principle of compounding, not just in finance, but in every area of life. Think about a river carving through rock. It doesn't happen because of one massive flood, but because of countless droplets of water flowing persistently, day after day. Each drop seems insignificant alone, but together they shape landscapes and create new paths. Similarly, your daily habits and choices may feel minor or even invisible at first, but they build up to define who you become and what you accomplish. When you focus on consistent action, you eliminate the trap of waiting for the big moment or perfect opportunity. Many people delay starting because they believe their effort needs to be monumental or flawless to matter. The truth is, perfection is an enemy of progress. What matters is that you begin and keep moving forward, no matter how small the steps. For example, if you want to write a book, writing 1 page a day might seem trivial. But in a year, that's hundreds of pages completed. If you want to improve your health, exercising for just 15 minutes daily may not feel like much, but over months and years, it dramatically improves fitness and well-being. These small actions, when repeated consistently, compound into results that far exceed initial expectations. This compounding effect also works in the opposite direction. Negative habits, procrastination, or inconsistent effort may feel harmless day to day, but over time they create setbacks and missed opportunities. That's why it's critical to be intentional about your actions and ensure they align with your goals. Consistency turns good intentions into real outcomes. Another important aspect is mindset. Viewing your progress as a series of small wins helps maintain motivation and prevents overwhelm. When you celebrate the daily victories, the completed workout, the extra effort at work, the moment you chose discipline over distraction, you reinforce positive behavior. These wins build confidence and create a positive feedback loop that encourages further action. Consistency also teaches patience and persistence. You learn to trust the process instead of expecting instant gratification. Life rarely rewards bursts of intense effort followed by long pauses. Instead, success is usually the result of steady commitment over time. This steady pace prevents burnout and builds resilience because it becomes a sustainable way of working toward your goals. Small, consistent actions help develop discipline and willpower as well. Each time you follow through, you strengthen your ability to resist temptation and stay focused. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Consistency provides the training ground for this inner strength, making it easier to overcome challenges and distractions. It's also important to create systems and routines that support consistency. When your environment and daily schedule make it easy to take the right actions, you reduce the reliance on motivation or willpower alone. For instance, setting a fixed time for exercise, preparing healthy meals in advance, or breaking a large project into manageable tasks are practical ways to build momentum. These systems automate success by turning intentional actions into habits. You'll notice that highly successful people share this commitment to consistent action. They don't rely solely on talent or luck, but create disciplined routines that keep them moving forward no matter what. They understand that extraordinary results are rarely the product of sudden breakthroughs, but rather the cumulative effect of persistent effort. There's also a profound sense of control and confidence that comes from knowing you are doing the right things day by day. It removes the anxiety of feeling stuck or overwhelmed by the big picture. Instead, you focus on the next right step, trusting that over time it will lead you where you want to go. When challenges arise, and they will, consistency helps you stay the course. It reminds you that success is a marathon, not a sprint. Even if progress seems slow or setbacks occur, the small daily actions keep you moving forward. They build a safety net of progress that cushions the impact of difficulties and prevents discouragement. In essence, consistent small actions are the engine that drives achievement. They transform intentions into reality, dreams into accomplishments. The secret is to start now. Take your first small step, and then take another tomorrow. Over time, these steps build an unstoppable force that will carry you across the finish line. You don't need extraordinary talent or resources to harness this power, just the willingness to commit to your goals day after day. That's where true mastery lies, in the simple, repeated acts of discipline that add up to extraordinary success. Discipline is often misunderstood as a form of restriction or punishment, but in reality, it is the greatest form of freedom you can give yourself. When you cultivate discipline, you free yourself from the chains of procrastination, excuses, and distractions that keep you from living the life you desire. These forces may seem harmless or even tempting in the moment, but they quietly steal your time, energy, and potential. Discipline cuts through these obstacles, allowing you to reclaim control over your actions and your future. Procrastination is one of the biggest thieves of progress. It's that voice inside that convinces you to delay important tasks, to wait for the right time, or to do something easier instead. It's comfortable in the short term, but disastrous in the long term. Discipline is the ability to say no to procrastination, to choose action over delay. When you discipline yourself to start now, even if conditions aren't perfect, you break the cycle of waiting and wondering. You take the reins and move forward with purpose. Excuses are another subtle barrier. They are the justifications we create to avoid responsibility or effort. Maybe it's, I don't have enough time, I'm too tired, or I'm not ready yet. Excuses give you permission to stay stuck, but discipline demands honesty and accountability. When you practice discipline, you acknowledge your challenges but refuse to let them control you. You look for solutions instead of reasons to quit. You become proactive rather than reactive. Distractions are everywhere in our modern world. Social media, emails, notifications, endless entertainment, all designed to pull your attention away from what matters most. Discipline acts like a filter, helping you focus on your priorities despite the noise. It trains your mind to resist temptation and stay committed to your goals. This kind of focus is priceless because attention is one of your most valuable resources. With discipline, you guard that resource carefully. One of the key freedoms discipline brings is control over your time. Time is the one thing everyone has in equal measure, yet how you manage it determines your success. Without discipline, time slips through your fingers as you drift from one distraction to another. But with discipline, you set boundaries, create schedules, and commit to sticking with your plans. You take control of your day instead of letting the day control you. This freedom from external chaos leads to inner peace and confidence. When you know you are disciplined, you trust yourself. You know that no matter what happens around you, you have the strength to stay on track. This self-trust builds resilience and reduces anxiety because you are no longer a slave to fleeting moods or circumstances. You become the master of your actions and reactions. Discipline also helps you develop clarity. When distractions and excuses fall away, you see your path more clearly. Your goals come into sharper focus because you dedicate your time and energy intentionally. This clarity prevents overwhelm and confusion because your efforts are aligned with what truly matters. You're not pulled in 100 directions, but move steadily in the direction of your vision. Another important freedom discipline offers is independence. When you rely on discipline rather than motivation, you become less dependent on external factors. Motivation fluctuates. It can be high one day and vanish the next. Discipline, on the other hand, is consistent. It's a habit and a mindset you develop internally. This independence means you don't wait for permission, inspiration, or perfect conditions. You create your own drive and momentum. Mastering discipline frees you from regret as well. When you delay or avoid important actions, regret often follows. You look back wishing you had started sooner or stayed committed longer. But when discipline is part of your daily practice, you minimize these regrets because you take consistent steps toward your goals. You live with the satisfaction of knowing you gave your best effort and didn't let fear or distraction win. This freedom is not just about your productivity or achievements, it's about your character and identity. Discipline shapes who you are at your core. It teaches you to value commitment, responsibility, and perseverance. These qualities influence every aspect of your life, from relationships to career to personal growth. As you practice discipline, you become the kind of person who can be trusted, who follows through, and who achieves what they set out to do. Finally, discipline creates freedom because it opens doors. When you consistently do the right things, opportunities appear. You gain skills, build trust with others, and create momentum that propels you forward. This momentum makes it easier to take on bigger challenges and achieve higher goals. Discipline doesn't limit you. It expands your possibilities by giving you the foundation to succeed. The paradox is clear. By choosing discipline, you choose freedom. Freedom from distraction, delay, and doubt. Freedom to focus, act, and achieve. Freedom to shape your life on your own terms. This kind of freedom is powerful because it comes from within, and it lasts. It's the ultimate gift you can give yourself. A life lived with purpose, control, and unstoppable momentum. Mastering self-discipline is the ultimate step toward taking control of your destiny. It is the foundation upon which all personal growth, achievement, and success are built. When you master discipline, you no longer drift through life reacting to circumstances. Instead, you become the architect of your future, actively shaping the life you want to live. This mastery gives you the power to direct your energy and focus where it matters most, transforming your potential into real results. At its core, self-discipline is about control. Control over your thoughts, emotions, habits, and actions. Without it, you are vulnerable to external influences, impulses, and distractions that can lead you astray. But when you develop discipline, you gain the ability to decide how you respond to every situation. This decision-making power is a cornerstone of personal freedom. It means you are no longer a passenger on the journey of life, but the driver, steering yourself toward your goals and dreams. The connection between self-discipline and destiny lies in the daily choices you make. Every action or inaction contributes to the path you follow. Those who lack discipline often find themselves stuck in cycles of procrastination, distraction, and inconsistency, which prevent them from moving forward. On the other hand, disciplined individuals consistently choose behaviors aligned with their vision, no matter how challenging or inconvenient those choices may be. This consistent alignment creates momentum that propels them towards success. Mastering self-discipline means you are committed to your long-term goals, even when short-term temptations or difficulties arise. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well or when inspiration strikes, but true discipline is tested in moments of adversity, boredom, or fatigue. In these moments, the choice to stay disciplined separates those who reach their potential from those who fall short. It builds character and resilience, preparing you for greater challenges and opportunities ahead. Another critical aspect of mastering discipline is building strong habits that automate success. When you repeatedly choose disciplined actions, they become ingrained patterns that require less conscious effort. Habits free up mental energy and reduce the chance of slipping into old, unproductive behaviors. This automation means your success doesn't rely solely on willpower, which can fluctuate. Instead, your disciplined habits carry you forward, even when motivation wanes. With mastery of self-discipline comes confidence. You develop trust in your ability to follow through and handle whatever life throws at you. This confidence fuels further action and growth. It helps you set higher goals because you believe in your capacity to achieve them. The cycle of discipline and confidence creates a powerful upward spiral where each success builds momentum for the next. Taking control of your destiny through discipline also means taking responsibility for your life. You stop blaming external factors or waiting for luck and instead focus on what you can control, your effort, attitude, and choices. This ownership mindset empowers you because it removes the victim mentality and places the power squarely in your hands. You realize that no matter your circumstances, you have the ability to influence your future by how you discipline yourself today. Mastery of discipline is not a one-time achievement, but an ongoing process. Life constantly tests your resolve with new challenges and distractions. Maintaining discipline requires vigilance and continuous practice. It's like tending a garden. You must regularly weed out negative habits and nurture positive ones to keep your path clear and strong. Those who commit to lifelong discipline become lifelong learners and achievers. This mastery also influences your relationships and how others perceive you. Discipline cultivates reliability, integrity, and respect. People are drawn to those who demonstrate consistency and self-control because it signals strength and trustworthiness. These qualities open doors in both personal and professional spheres, creating opportunities that might otherwise remain closed. Furthermore, mastering self-discipline helps you manage your time and resources more effectively. When you control your impulses and focus your energy, you use your days more productively. You avoid wasting time on distractions and instead invest it in actions that move you closer to your goals. This efficient use of time is a critical factor in turning dreams into reality. Your mental and emotional well-being also benefits from discipline mastery. When you operate with discipline, you reduce stress caused by last-minute efforts, missed deadlines, or unfulfilled commitments. You create a sense of order and predictability in your life, which enhances peace of mind. This stability allows you to focus your creative energy and problem-solving abilities on growth rather than crisis management. Ultimately, mastering self-discipline transforms you from someone who wishes for success into someone who earns it. It bridges the gap between intention and action, dreams and results. When you take control of your discipline, you take control of your destiny. Your future becomes a product of your deliberate choices, focused effort, and unwavering commitment. This is the power of discipline. It makes you the master of your fate, the captain of your soul, and the creator of your life story.